Yo, what's up guys, my name is Severman and in today's video I will show you how to make progressive house like KAAZE. So a few days ago I checked out his new ShowKaaze Volume 3 EP it's called, and when I was listening to his track Born to Die I kind of recognized some like presets that he used in there. For instance, when I was checking the break he had this plug right there which sounds like that, by the way. This sound is what I'm talking about, and I thought there's like a preset in Nexus that I know which sounds pretty accurate, so I went into FL Studio, remade the melody, you know, and tried to search for that preset that I had in mind, and that's basically then what I came up with here. So this one from Nexus called, I don't even know how to pronounce it, Dr. Chaotica or something, I don't know. It doesn't sound like 100% the same, but I feel like it's pretty similar. And then when I was listening to the drop, I also recognized what like preset for the leads he used, or at least one of them. So let's check out the drop of his song real quick. So what I did then is I grabbed another Nexus and I was searching for this preset right here called Lead Dynamite, which sounds like this. So with those two layers I thought it already sounded very accurate and very close to the original one. What I did then was I added a third layer to it in order to fill them up some more and to, you know, just make them more similar to the original track. So then for the third layer I found this lead from Nexus also, Hands Up Hook 1 it's called. So then all together basically I got this lead sound which is, I think, which is pretty similar to like this KAAZE lead sound that, you know, he went for in his song. Let's have a quick look at how I process these, because that's obviously also important. So I have routed them to separate channels, LD1, 2, 3 as you can see here. I also color graded everything so that you can see again like what we're talking about and stuff. So the first lead has this EQ on here. So with this one I just reduced the lower frequencies, because I felt like when I was listening to the break in this track the plug also, you know, didn't have a lot of lows in it, so I turned those down. Then the second layer has also some EQing, so here I just boosted the highs. And then with this one, I actually spread it out to the sides because I felt like the original leads were sounding wider than the ones that I had here. Then the third one also has some stereo enhancing here. With this one I actually panned it to the right because I felt like this third layer was more on the left speaker a bit. I don't know, it was a bit weird. Then with this one also I spread it out in order to have that wide sound like in the original song. So what I did then next was I tried to recreate the chords, and when it comes to like recreating chords from other tracks it can be a bit tricky, because with chords obviously you can't always hear like each exact note that was used, but I think this chord progression that I have right here also sounds pretty similar to the original one. So yeah, this basically sounds like that. By the way, also if you want to know how to make chords or how to spice up your chords, I recently just posted a video on that, feel free to check that one out. So for these chords I also have 3 layers, and for the chords I basically just went for some basic saw type of sounds, to be honest. This one's like a basic saw, Silent 1 preset. It's a super saw. And then this one is a brass from Nexus, adds a bit more of the organic character to it, which is always great. So yeah, since I had the chords, I also had the bass line then. So for the sub bass, as I always do, I just use the 3x oscillator. So it's basically 2 sine waves. Then the mid bass, the first one's from Spire. Then the second one is also from Spire. So that's then the bass line. And what I just realized, I forgot to show you the processing for the chords. I just routed them all to channel 7. And then we have some EQing here. You know, just the basic stuff, reducing lows, boosting the highs. And some more detailed stuff here. Then with this one I also spread them out because I felt like in the original one they were also wider than what I had at this point. And then we just have some basic sidechain in this preset right here. Then for the bass line I have the sub bass going to its separate channel. On this one I just have some like fine detailed EQing. Yeah, then the sidechain right here from Kickstart. Then I routed both mid basses to one channel. On here I have the Effector FX module in order to give them this resonating voice, how you say, like talk box kind of character. Then we have low and the high cut, some EQing here, boosting the lower mids to give them some more warmth. And then here I actually reduced some of those low mids again and boosted the mids a bit. And the sidechain, of course. So then I basically had this sound right here. Already sounds very accurate. What we're missing obviously now is pretty much just the drums. So for the drums, I just dragged in a lot of samples, obviously, like samples only. So for the kick drum, I used a Cashmere kick drum. So I mainly actually ended up using Cashmere samples. So this is the kick drum right here. Cashmere Punchy Kick 18F. So yeah, that's the kick drum. And I also have an offbeat type of kick in there because KAAZE also used that in the original song. Then also in the original song he has a snare on every second kick. I also used this one from the Cashmere pack. Then I layered a clap right here onto each kick. And then in the second half of the drop I also layered a second clap. Then we also have this big snare right here. Then we have this crash right here. And then just some more like rides and stuff. And then down here we have some more downlifters, and these really, you know, they always kind of have to glue the song together, or the drop in this case, add some higher end and energy to the song. Some white noise right here, sustained. And then we have also this drone sample. So now all together, let's check it out. It sounds like that. Then in the second half of the drop, what I haven't showed you yet is this synth type of scream sound, I called it. And this is also something that's quite common, or like what KAAZE uses in a lot of his tracks. It's really nice, it really helps to add some more energy to that track, and it adds this special KAAZE character to the drop, I would say. And if you're wondering how I did this one, is I also used a Nexus preset for this one, the Lead Madness. And then if we check out the automation clips, I have one for the pitch right here, which kind of emulates this, or it doesn't emulate it, which adds this vibrato effect to the sound, which also KAAZE has in the song. You know, it's not perfectly on that one note, it's more like so yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So let's also have a listen to the second half of the remake here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you liked this one. Also, if we take a look at the mastering, nothing really worth mentioning here. just an EQ for a high cut and a limiter, basically, the FL limiter. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you like this remake. You can get this one for $5. Check out the first link in the description. What I also wanted to say is you guys can support me on Patreon, and in return you'll get in-depth professional feedback on your music, and also offer one coaching session per month if you pick the second package. So I have like 2 packages. If you want to check it out, feel free to do so. It's also linked in the description. And yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you liked it. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.